It was 9:58 a.m. on the 19th of February 1942 when war came to Darwin. 10 weeks earlier, 4 Imperial Japanese Navy aircraft carriers had helped bring war to America by launching devastation on Pearl Harbor. They now sat in the Timor Sea, ready to launch that same devastation on Darwin. Whilst the residents of Darwin went about their Thursday morning, 188 Japanese bombers, dive bombers and fighters descended on Darwin Harbour and unleashed fury. This attack became known as the Bombing of Darwin and remains the largest ever single attack on Australian soil by a foreign power. The Bombing of Darwin is just one example of Darwin's unique and well-preserved military history, unlike any other in Australia. Many Australians are to this day unaware of how instrumental Darwin was in the defence of Northern Australia during World War II. The true extent of the attacks on Darwin and the top end during World War II is often not realised. War was felt right across Northern Australia. By November 1943, the Japanese had raided Northern Australia a total of 97 times, targeting not only Darwin, but Townsville, Katherine, Wyndham, Derby, Broome and Port Hedland. Darwin itself was raided 64 times during this period, with the last enemy aircraft shot down over the Northern Territory in June 1944. Many reminders of Darwin's World War II history can still be found scattered across the city, from gun emplacements to oil storage tunnels, bunkers, military airstrips and lookout posts, making Darwin a city deeply embedded in Australian military history. Darwin's tale is a story that deserves to be remembered. On behalf of the Northern Territory Government, we are therefore proud to announce Territory Tribute. Held every year between the anniversary of the Bombing of Darwin on the 19th of February and Anzac Day on the 25th of April, Territory Tribute's world-class event program will commemorate that history and encourage all Australians to make the pilgrimage to Darwin to commemorate the past.
There'll be a lot of people that see this video who inherently think, we know this, but the point is a lot of people don't know this, have no clue as to just how devastating this was, what happened. So many Australians know all about Pearl Harbor, but they don't know about what happened on our own land, what happened at Darwin on the 19th of February 1942. It's time to put that right. Let more Australians know about what happened, about our own stories. The International Military Writers' Festival is just one of the many Territory Tribute events. It will be a world first, featuring writer talks, panels and family-friendly sessions. Not only will this festival attract world-class authors and experts in military history, but it will form an intellectual and educational experience that acknowledges the contributions of military history and research to the literary world. So I can't wait to get involved, and I hope to see you all there, 5th of April for my keynote speech.
The Overture to Peace is going to be a real highlight of the Territory Tribute program. Some of Australia's most acclaimed artists, musicians and military personnel will converge on Darwin for a spectacular annual concert to be held on Anzac Day Eve. The concert is going to showcase the talents of Australia's military personnel alongside some of Australia's very best performers, and we're also going to showcase some of the Territory's best performing arts groups as well, including the sensational Darwin Symphony Orchestra and some fantastic Indigenous performance groups as well. It's sure to be a real draw card of the Territory Tribute program, a unique performance experience, and we're going to take the audience on a bit of a journey as we learn about, pay tribute to and honour Australia's military history. So I hope you'll join us in Darwin for the Overture to Peace on Anzac Day Eve.
Similar to the daily Last Post ceremony at the Australian War Memorial, Last Post ceremonies will be held to recognise soldiers and their families. Ceremonies will be held at the Darwin Cenotaph in the lead up to Anzac Day, where local heroes and legends will be recognised and remembered. With the assistance of the Australian War Memorial, these will be simple and solemn services involving families, schools and community leaders. Young and old alike will also flock to Darwin to attend the world's greatest two-up school. Held on Anzac Day in a central Darwin location, this will be an event to remember. Territory Tribute will be bookended by the annual Bombing of Darwin ceremony on the 19th of February and the annual Dawn Service ceremonies held around the Northern Territory. Many of these events will be completely free to attend, and more information is available now online. Tickets and additional event details will become available soon. The role of Darwin during World War II is a fascinating chapter in the history of the city and the nation. This is a story that deserves to be shared with the world and recognised across Australia. We hope to see you in Darwin to commemorate our past in 2019.